Hello, I am Micah Smith. I am the CEO and founder of Micah Abigail. We are a credit solutions firm. I am so grateful to give this message to you on behalf of our valued partner, McAteer and Will Estates at Keller Williams. I have been teaching on credit for the last 11 years from coast to coast, and it is one of my greatest privileges to be able to share with you how credit works, the myths, the misconceptions, the do's, the don'ts, what to do when life happens. And I'm going to give you some really important tips, but also I want you to understand the importance of maximizing your credit score in the mortgage industry, in the real estate industry. So without belaboring it, the first thing I want to go over is what to do when you have a collection, right? So when people have collections, their initial instinct is to want to pay it. So we have people that are like, I'm going to fix my credit. And so they start paying off collections thinking it's going to make them go away. Here's the problem. When you pay off a collection, it doesn't usually go away. Of course, there's one-off circumstances where it might go away, but we don't want to cover that now. I want to cover like the general principles, which is if you pay a collection, there's a little acronym on your credit report, which is DLA. And that DLA, right, the newer it is, the more impactful the negative item is to your score. So if you have a 4-year-old collection, you pay it down to 0, right? The DLA prior to paying it was 4 years ago. Well, when you pay it, the DLA is now today. The credit scores will drop because the algorithms that calculate your score pick it up as a brand new collection. So now that negative item stays on the report another 7 years from data satisfaction, the score drops, and now you're like, what in the heck? So that's what we help people with, is we help people remove negative items from the credit report, generally speaking, with the balances. If you already made the mistake of paying it, that's okay. We want to help you with that too. But essentially, we don't want people to make costly mistakes of renewing items on the credit report, therefore causing more damage. So that's number one. Right. The second thing I want to go over with everybody is what can be removed from a credit report. Everything negative has the potential to be removed from a credit report, whether it's late payments, collections, charge-offs, repossessions, foreclosures, bankruptcies. Everything negative under the law has potential to be removed. So it's our job, once we see the credit report, we want to go through it with you, and we want to see how difficult or easy of a file you might potentially have. And again, it's always going to be a guesstimate, because essentially there's no guarantees as far as how long something might take, because, right, it's not us removing it, right? It's us building a case on your behalf, right, and upholding the laws to the very umpteenth degree. So let's go over the cost, though, of having a good credit score versus a not so good credit score, right? So if you have, let's say, a 760 to a 780, person A versus person B who has a 620 to a 640. Person B, let's say you both apply for, and these are roundabout numbers, but let's just say you apply for a $450,000 home and you both get approved. So here's what happens. So you both get the loan, but the person with the lower credit score is going to pay approximately $500 more a month for the same home and the same loan, and that's interest. So the riskier you look on paper, the more money you are going to have to pay essentially to borrow, right? So the riskier you look on paper, right, it determines your likelihood of default. So the higher the likelihood of default, the more expensive things are going to be for you. Homes, cars, credit cards, insurance, all of the above. So that's why we want you to fix your credit, not just to get approved, but to maximizing your savings. This is a cornerstone to your overall financial health. So when you're working with us, you actually are going to get a discount because of McAteer and Will Estates at Keller Williams. So because of them, so normally our startup fee is $199, but because of them, you're going to receive a $100 discount. So we'll drop you down to a $99 startup fee. Our consultation are free. There's no charge for a consult, right? So when in the consultation, we look at the credit report, we want to see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. So we'll go through everything with you. So it's a $99 startup fee, and then our monthly fee is $129 a month. There's no contract. In addition to that, we have you maintain what's called credit monitoring. And credit monitoring is an additional value add. It's another part of our service that is so amazing. And what it is so we actually will track and monitor your progress for you. So it's an additional $24 a month, and we have access to a credit report that we repull every 34 days. It's a soft pull, which means it never impacts your score. You can do it 100 times a day. There's no impact to the score. So again, to refresh, it's a $99 startup fee, $100 discount because of McAteer and Will Estates. at Keller Williams. And right, it's going to be $129 a month for our service, and then $24 a month for the credit monitoring as you progress through our program. So with that being said, we cannot wait to hear from you. We cannot wait to work with you. If you think that you are in a tier that you are not in those premium tiers, like the 760 to 780, let's talk, because again, consultations are free and you have absolutely nothing to lose except for maybe you'll get a little bit of education and a nice conversation with some nice people. We greatly look forward to working with you. Have a great day. Thanks so much.